What's up, guys, and welcome to the Olsen Angle. Today we're going to be talking about quarterback recruit for the class of 2021, Tyler Buchner. I know I haven't covered a quarterback recruit in quite some time on this channel, and this is kind of long overdue, but after watching his film and evaluating the young man, he checks a lot of the boxes I look for in a quarterback. One of the first things I noticed when watching film is Tyler has a smooth and easy to repeat throwing motion with a consistent delivery. The young man is extremely mobile and has that escapability that's so highly sought after and valued in today's game. And he also does a great job of extending plays with his legs. It doesn't take but just a few plays to notice that not only does Tyler have a strong arm, but he also does a superb job of putting touch on his throws to where only the receiver can make the catch. You're also going to see on film that he consistently hits his receivers in stride on deep and mid-range passes. One thing that Tyler does consistently that is crucial to being a successful quarterback at the college level is he runs through his progressions. I have watched countless hours of film where young quarterbacks don't actually have the ability to run through their progressions and effectively scan the field. And national recruiting sites always seem to become infatuated with the kid who can throw the ball 100 yards. That kid might stare down his receivers and have the inability to successfully run through his progressions and find the open man. But he could throw the ball a country mile, and recruiting sites love that. Another thing I noticed when watching the film that I really liked about Tyler's game is that he's a natural improviser. He's not afraid of contact, and the young man is tough as nails. He's also extremely dangerous when rolling out to the left or the right, having the ability to quickly flip his hips and to throw the ball on the run. As the demand for mobile quarterbacks continues to rise, you see a lot of young men preemptively flee the pocket, and they rely heavily upon their legs rather than their arm. One thing I love about Tyler's game is his primary weapon is his arm, and his secondary weapon is his legs, albeit his legs are extremely dangerous and effective, but it's still a secondary weapon as opposed to his arm being his primary weapon. That's enough of me rambling on though. Let's go ahead and jump into the highlights. Look at him evade the pocket and extend the play. He's a right-handed quarterback, rolls out to the left-hand side, gets his hip squared, then he throws the ball about 40-50 yards downfield and hits the receiver perfectly in stride and puts touch on the ball. That's amazing. That's a perfect ball, and he puts enough touch on it to where only the receiver can make the catch. Look at him run through his progressions. You see at first he's rolling out to the right. He's looking for the easy dump off pass and that curl out, but he notices the defensive back is on the wide receiver like glue. Then he runs through his progressions. He finds the post route is open, and he's able to go ahead and drop that in between two defenders for the touchdown. That is a perfect play all the way around. I almost totally forgot to mention, he has two defenders breathing down his neck, but he stands in there and makes the throw knowing he's going to be hit. Look at the patience and the vision on this run. And as soon as he sees the hole open up, he puts his foot in the ground and gets north and south, and he scores the touchdown. Nice pull on that read play. And he's got the outside edge. He just stiff arms that safety with no issue. He's a physical ball carrier as well. Look at the touch he puts on that pass. He drops it over the corner, yet before the safety, where only his receiver can make the play. He's running through his progressions, and you see that right there? Number 9, the safety, has flipped his hips and designated the man he's going to be covering. So, he just runs through his progressions, finds the open man, completes the pass for the touchdown. That's beautiful. You want to talk about arm strength. Tyler has a man breathing down his neck, and he's got to throw the ball off his back foot, but he's able to hit the receiver in stride 30 plus yards downfield. Look at this. He sees that his primary receiver is covered. He scans the field and finds the open man. He sees the pockets collapsing a little bit, so he buys some time with his feet, but yet still keeping his eyes downfield on his receivers. And that makes it extremely difficult for defenses, because when you roll out of the pocket and you have open field in front of you, the defenders have to respect the fact that you can run, and he does so very effectively. He hits that wideout 50 yards downfield in stride while putting touch on the football. The wideout creates a little bit of space, and Tyler's able to execute on the throw. That is a cross the field pass, and he hits the wideout in stride. I'm impressed. He gives the shoulder fake right there. It's so subtle, but it freezes that safety up a little bit, allowing the receiver to create space, and it turns into a touchdown. That's another cross-field throw, and he hits the wide receiver in stride. He puts touch on that throw and places it where only the receiver can make the catch. He's buying time back there. Sets his feet, knowing he's going to get hit, and still completes the pass. Ooh. He's able to evade 3 would-be tacklers, and he's able to go ahead and turn that into a touchdown. He's just such a natural improviser, and he's able to buy enough time for that receiver to get open and to complete the pass. Look at how quickly he's able to switch from primary target to secondary target, and he puts touch on the ball for the receiver to make the catch. I mean, he's rolling out, buying time back there. And he hits the receiver in stride as he's on the run. He puts it to where only the receiver can make the catch. Here it is again. You have to have arm strength if you want to hit a receiver across the field running an out route. That's a quick release, and he's able to get it to the open receiver. He evades that pressure and spins out of the pocket, and then makes another guy miss. And that's a great job turning that into a touchdown. When you're able to roll out of the pocket and keep your eyes downfield on the receivers, it forces the secondary to stay honest. They can't abandon their assignments and treat you solely as a runner, because if you do, you're able to exploit that with a pass. And we've seen it multiple times throughout the highlights where Tyler's able to roll out of the pocket and find the open man. So it does open up situations for him like this where he's able to run the ball and for the touchdown. That's a perfectly thrown ball because that receiver was covered tightly by the corner. He's able to roll out of the pocket and extend the play, and he identifies and finds the open man, and is able to turn that play into a touchdown. He sees the pocket starting to collapse, so he's able to make a play with his feet and gain some yards. Oh my gosh. He turns it into a touchdown. That's great timing on the pass. He throws the ball before the receivers even entered his route, and he's able to hit the wideout in stride. That is a monstrous hole, and he's able to open up his stride and turn this play into a touchdown. Nice throw on the run, and he hits the wideout in stride. A little quarterback draw, and he makes a guy miss, and he's able to turn this into an explosive play. That is a beautiful pass. He puts touch on the ball and places it to where only the receiver can make the play. He's a real threat running the football. If he even gets a little sliver of daylight, he's able to exploit that. Again, that's great vision and an excellent cut right there. That's a good pole read, and he does a good job of utilizing and following his blockers. The pocket starts to collapse around him, and he's able to go ahead and earn yards with his feet. And he runs through that would-be tackler. Look at the grit. Look at that throw. And he places it to where only the receiver can make the catch. He drops that in right over top of the corner. That's beautiful. And he has a defender breathing down his neck, and he still completes that pass with accuracy. He buys time. He finds the open guy, completes the pass, and again, there's a defender right in his face. He knows he's going to get hit, but it doesn't affect his throwing motion, and it doesn't affect him completing that pass. Another example of him putting touch on the throw and placing it to where only the receiver can make the play. I love that throw. He puts enough air underneath the ball to where it goes over top of the corner, but drops before the safety to where only his receiver can make the play. Another prime example of him hitting a receiver in stride 40 plus yards downfield. He places that back shoulder throw where only the wide receiver can make the play, and he hits the guy in stride. That's a beautiful throw on the post route. That's another perfectly placed back shoulder throw. Nice spin move to extend the play and gather the first down. The pocket's starting to collapse, and he's able to find the open hole. And he turns it into a touchdown. He runs through 2 arm tackles, spins and evades another tackler, and turns a 5-yard gain into an explosive play. He's got all types of pressure in his face. My gosh. There's no way he should have been able to turn that play into a touchdown, but he did. The fact that he's able to roll out of the pocket, throw the ball on the run, and hit the receiver in stride 30 plus yards downfield is extremely impressive. Look at the quick release on that throw. He spins out of the pressure. And look at him, he's just extending the play with his legs. He turns a definite would-be sack into an explosive play. After watching the film, I think Tyler does things consistently with his arms and his legs that other quarterbacks can't do. His ability to run through progressions and find the open receiver is truly special. He's got great arm strength and can really put touch on his throws. Thanks so much, guys, for watching the video. If you've enjoyed this content and want to support the channel, subscribe and like the video. Also, if there's ever an athlete you want me to cover in the future, just let me know by leaving it in the comment section below. But other than that, thanks so much for stopping by and have a blessed day.